Alright, hello everyone. How's it going? We only have a couple days left on this Receiver of Friends from Afar event, but I heard we get to meet lots of our friends from all over Teyvat, so I'd figure I'm gonna stream that right now. How are you all doing? Looks like it takes place here at Wangshu Inn. So without further ado, I'm just gonna get started and follow the sparkly line. It's all at the bottom, isn't it? Or is it? Maybe. Where are we going? Usually all the stuff is up on the top of Wangshu Inn, but I guess there's a chest here I've never gotten.
Hey, what gives?
Okay, hang on. You gotta be more careful.
Mighty mythical beast.
Hey, you can see like the sun is setting because the sky is still changing color.
Where do you want this stuff delivered to, boss?
I don't know. Anyway, let's see. Oh, maybe the sky changed color because I used Gaming's special. Oh yeah, version 4.5, the trailer, came out today. I guess we can talk about that first. I really like Chiori's design. I love her moves and her outfit, and just excited to learn more about her. There's the new events, the alchemy event. Oh, the new wishes, I guess, is the big thing. Not exactly sure how that's gonna work, but I already have Albedo and Klee and Eula, so I guess it won't affect me that much. But yeah, sounds like they're changing things up. Overall, I guess the biggest thing is that I noticed that for 4.5, they're doing a rerun for Neuvillette, and I guess that sorts of, because we're kind of trying to figure out if there's gonna be a second story quest for either Neuvillette or Farina or somebody from Fontaine, which one would it be? And I was thinking it would probably be for Neuvillette, because Farina, our honorary Archon, isn't actually an Archon. Then if they're really delving into like the lore of Teyvat and stuff like that, probably Farina's story is now more focused on her reintegration into society and her own life and her own progress. So it probably wouldn't focus that much on it. But if they're rerunning Neuvillette now, then they're probably not doing another story quest for him yet, because I think they would rerun him at the same time they do another story quest for him. And the other thing is that I expected that this update they would have another Archon quest with Dainsleif or something. Maybe addressing, some of the stuff that happened in Fontaine. Like there's no Hydro Archon anymore. Celestia is angry. We have, Skirk and all of these Abyss figures in play right now. Probably addressing that, but it doesn't seem like we're going to be getting that this update. So now I'm wondering if maybe they're holding off on that until the next update, and then if they have to have like another boss, like in the past with Zhongli and.
Hear that? Someone just got wrecked. If you're gonna swear on high heaven, don't make an oath you can't keep.
With Zhongli and A and Nahida, like their second story quest had a new boss. So I'm thinking maybe they're gonna do a quest, Archon quest with Dainsleif.
Great, sun's out. About time we had some dry heat. It's been so muggy lately.
Yes, with Dainsleif, or whatever we end up doing related to Conria, maybe there will be a new boss related to that, instead of there being a new story quest with Neuvillette or Farina. Sort of answering that question, I suppose, in a way. At least that's just my predictions, based on the fact that if we're getting a Neuvillette rerun now, probably not getting a story quest for him next update. Just curious of what's gonna come. I know that there probably wasn't that much new content for the new version coming up, but even if it is kind of filler, I think that's okay, because I still have so much stuff in the game to catch up on. Hey, the music kicked in now, the pretty music. I still have a lot of Chenyu Vale to explore, like more quests. I have to do like this and like this and like this and a whole bunch of other quests in Fontaine. I think that they're honestly kind of giving us a little break after overloading us with content for the last few updates, so I'm actually very happy with that. And just being overwhelmed from all sorts of stuff anyway. And the sun is out, and I can't tell if it's sunrise or sunset right now. I think it's sunset. Anyway, those are my thoughts. What is going on here in the bulletin board?
Wang Shu-in now hiring. Urgently
Yeah,
seeking
just wanna make sure there's not too much echo.
chef willing
There
to
you go.
pay top Mora, salary negotiable. Look, Traveler, an urgent hiring notice and they're paying top Mora too!
Yeah.
Oh, Paimon likes the sound of that.
Strange. Why would Wang Shu-in suddenly need a new chef? Maybe Smiley and Xiao needs a vacation from all these stressful customers.
You're right, it is strange. Do you think something happened to Yen Xiao? Because that guy barely lets anyone ever set foot in his kitchen.
I know,
Doesn't
right?
exactly seem like the type to hire
What's
help.
the audio balance like?
The notice says interested parties should go
Okay.
upstairs and talk to the
Sorry if you heard
innkeeper
any echo.
while
That was
at
just for me playing it
good,
back.
see what's
I hope there's not more echo just going on in the stream too much anyway, but if there is, I can't help that right now. You want to check up on Yensha? Do you want to see how much the job pays, don't you? No, we want to check up on our friend.
Yeah, and we can ask about the pay while we're at it.
Yeah. Fair enough, fair enough. Ask Hui on the innkeeper of Wangshu Inn for details. Alright, now we're going up here. I was like, why are we going all the way down there? It's because now we're gonna go all the way up here and ask about what's all the comings and goings here.
Boss, there's really no need for this. It's just a little burn, that's all.
Oh,
It won't get
so
in
he
the way
does
of my
just
work.
need a break to heal.
Perhaps not, but continuing to work will only hinder your recovery. You need to rest for a few days. We'll figure something out.
Huayan! Yan Xiao!
Hello.
Oh? Traveler and Paimon! What brings you to this neck of the woods?
We saw your hiring notice downstairs.
And we decided to come check up on Yan Xiao.
Yeah, that's right.
I knew we shouldn't have posted that notice. It's really nothing to worry about. I'm fine.
Okay,
I
so
swear.
my voice is
How
balanced.
kind
That's
of
good.
you. My thanks to you both. And thanks on Yan Xiao's behalf too. There's nothing to be embarrassed about Yan Xiao.
Because I don't know the
Just
settings.
tell
Like
them what happened.
sometimes they just change themselves, and I need to figure out audio
Well,
balance all
basically,
over again.
We had a lot of
But
guests
it seems
pouring
pretty
in
good.
for the lantern ride.
Okay.
Things got busy. I started rushing, and I ended up accidentally burning my hand while plating a dish.
No, that doesn't sound like you. But are you okay?
Well, you know what they say. Play with fire long enough, and you're bound to get burned. Even the best chefs slip up sometimes. Anyway, it's nothing. Just a tiny burn. I can still...
Now. I don't want you pushing yourself. You'll only make it worse. And then you'll be looking at more than just a couple of days off to recover.
He's probably
But the
right.
lantern ride's only just finished. And we're still getting tons of guests. Now's not a good time for me to rest. Plus, lots of the guests are visiting from other nations. We can't just bring in some random chef off the street. We have a reputation to uphold.
That's right, a
I
reputation.
refuse to let someone else ruin the good name we've made for ourselves here.
Listen to you. Anyone would think that you're the boss and not me. But he's not wrong. Yan Xiao was one of the favorites in the Masterful Chefs tournament.
Oh, that was so
No matter
long
how you
ago.
look at
The
it,
Masterful
Those
Chef.
are big boots
It's
to fill.
Xiangling.
I don't mean to boast, but any chef of my caliber probably has their own restaurant to look after. It's not
mean,
going to
yeah.
be easy to find someone who's got the skills and has the time to help us out.
Well,
Looks like we might have to increase the pay we're offering even further.
hold on.
Do we know anyone that's a good chef and has the time to help out?
Well, I'm not sure we'd be good chefs, but we do have the time to help out.
Oh, of course, you!
Oh, right. Yes. Now I think about it, I do recall hearing good things about your cooking ability. I suppose I'd added you to my mental list of people who can hold their own in a combat situation.
I know, I've done so
but
many
forgot
commissions
you
for
could
you.
cook.
Why are you even keeping a mental list of people who can fight?
Well, it'd be us and Xiao, right?
Maybe a story for another time. More importantly, I'm sure Yan Xiao would be comfortable leaving his kitchen in your hands, if anyone's.
Yeah, you trust us.
What do you think, Yan Xiao?
Well, since it's you, I suppose that's better than anyone else.
Aw, we'll take good care of your kitchen. We will take good care of your reputation,
What do you
too.
think, Traveler? Should we do it?
Never thought I'd see the day when Yan Xiao leaves his kitchen.
I should warn you, that cooking for customers is quite a different ballgame from cooking for yourself, so I'll stick around the kitchen over the next few days to help smooth things over.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, so he's not leaving the kitchen after
Yeah, but he's still taking a bit of a rest, which is
I
good.
believe
That's what he
there's some
needs.
spare kitchenware here at the inn. Boss, would you mind?
Of course, of course. I'll take care of it.
That sounds like cooking noises.
All done. Come, take a look.
Ooh,
This
awesome.
was made with your measurements in mind.
This carpentry is incredible. You've missed your true calling. Yeah, you set up this whole counter just for us?
Ah, it's nothing. A little handicraft and elbow grease goes a long way. All right, Yan Xiao. I'll leave you to take it from here.
Awesome.
You really went to all the trouble of building a new stovetop? What was wrong with the original? Boy, you really hate when people touch your stuff, huh?
No, it's nothing like that. As boss always says, hire who you trust and trust who you hire. I just thought the original setup might be a little, tall for you.
Okay, fair enough. Well, thank you for going to the effort then. Everyone looks short compared to you. I didn't think it would be that big of a problem. But we appreciate
anyway, as I was saying,
the care and
cooking for
effort that
guests
was
is
put in there.
different from cooking for
I
yourself.
mean, it shows that you're a
Not
good
only
employer.
do you have to execute
Or a
on
good,
taste,
supervisor, I
aroma, and appearance, but you also need to ensure speed, precision, and consistency. Having the right equipment is a big part of that. Ill-suited equipment doesn't just make the job more tiring, it also slows you down. And paying customers don't have unlimited patience. Sometimes cooking is all about being well prepared. That's how you ensure speed.
Okay,
Got it.
and what about precision and consistency?
Precision all comes down to using your eyes. Where to slice into a particular cut of meat, how much oil to use, how to tell when a dish is done cooking. When you cook for yourself, you can always add
Is there a
salt if it's too
thunderstorm
bland,
outside
or
again?
add water
Again?
if it's too
We just,
salty.
it was like
You
that
can
at the
tweak
beginning.
the taste as you go, but in a restaurant, there's not that much room for trial and error.
I'm not too worried about that.
Worst case scenario, Paimon can deal with any subpar dishes by making sure they get properly disposed of.
No food will go to waste
The
with
final
Paimon
thing
around.
you have to focus on is consistency. You have to be able to handle the most challenging orders with the same level of technique and skill as the easiest ones. This is particularly important when you have guests from all over, each with their own tastes and preferences. You have to cater to their own dietary needs, while also giving them the opportunity to enjoy our local delicacies.
This last point is making Paimon's head spin.
Don't worry. Matter of fact, someone as well-traveled as you may even have a better handle on it than me once you get started. And of course, I'll be around to help you over the next few days. I don't think we'll have any trouble making all our guests feel right at home.
Sounds good. Yeah, I guess he still gets to be in the kitchen. It's just he's kind of taking a break and being on the sidelines from the cooking, which gives him a chance to heal, but also to still be in control of the situation. So, very good arrangement we have here then.
There's no time to lose, so let's get started. I imagine you probably have a good handle on the cooking side of things already. What you need to pay attention to is remembering each table's order. Try not to get them mixed up.
Got it.
Oh, Paimon's memory is like a steel
Especially if they happen to just be friends we know. It'll be even easier to remember how to distinguish them all. At the end of the day, we're already skipping through the whole day.
Which ticket are we on again? Table 1 was onions, but no chilies. Table 2 was chilies, but no onions. And table 3 was, table 3 was chilies, but hold the chilies?
Oh, Paimon, you're doing such a good job remembering, but it seems like all the guests have already finished eating. Snap out of it, Paimon.
Was Paimon just sleep floating?
You've been talking nonsense since about halfway through the day.
We didn't even get a break in the middle. Paimon's brain has turned to mush. Is it always this busy here?
Well then, I am very...
No,
I
but this is
have a
peak
lot
season.
of respect for
You
your
both
job.
did a mighty fine job for your first time serving guests at the inn.
Oh, thank you.
Luckily, all our customers were familiar faces this time around, so we didn't get any strange requests. Otherwise, today would have been even more challenging.
No strange request? Someone asked for almond tofu drizzled in soy sauce. Even Paimon has never tried that combination.
That actually doesn't sound that
It's a
bad.
wide world out there. People have all kinds of different
But
tastes.
maybe it's unique.
Being
I
able
don't
to
know.
cater to all is the real essence of Liyue cuisine. Also, the thing about requests is that they're usually very specific. So as long as you do what they asked, you're unlikely to have any issues. What's really tricky is when guests give you free reign to do anything you want.
Yeah. I'll have whatever your favorite...
Excuse me.
Oh, what?
Are you still open by any chance?
Femini!
That voice? Let's go check it out!
Femini!
What should we do? It doesn't look like anyone's here.
Lynette, friends,
If only
hello!
we'd gotten here a bit sooner.
It's all right. If we start building a campfire now, we'll be eating before too long.
You don't have to build a camp... Well, I guess...
Right. Besides, if anyone's to blame, it's Linny. So busy being
I'm
a
sure that you can
greedy
buy
culture vulture that he lost
snack
track of
food
time.
still.
Linny, Lunette, Femine, it is you!
Oh.
Paimon? So, is the Traveler here?
Greetings!
Traveler, Paimon! What a nice surprise!
What a nice surprise to see you here!
Paimon was gonna say the same thing! We're just lending a helping hand at the end.
Yeah, since it's super busy. You fill the three of them in.
Anyway, so that's how we ended up here. But what about you guys? Don't tell us. Father sent you on another mission?
No, quite the opposite, actually. We're in Liyue on vacation, and while we're
Nice.
here, I thought
Good
a
that you
cultural
also get
tour might be in
vacations
order.
from your work.
Father
Basically
said we
doing,
deserve some rest
like,
after everything
2
that
different
happened
jobs.
recently. Otherwise, it could jeopardize our next mission.
It's not every day we get this kind of opportunity. Linny thought it might be fun to spend some time in Liyue, especially since it's Lantern Rite season.
And the cultural tour Lenny mentioned?
We could hardly pass up the opportunity to watch a Liyue-style magic show. Although, I think they call it conjuring here.
In our time here, we've seen conjuring tricks incorporated into a Liyue opera show, and even a wushu dance. It was amazing.
Oh, that's awesome!
So, we decided to stay here for a few more days to see what other forms of inspiration this land might have in store
I'm
for
glad
us.
you guys got to enjoy some
We
Lantern
visited
Rite
Granny
stuff.
Roshin in
You
Chinsa
can see
village
Fontaine
not
in the
long
background
ago,
back there.
and today we continued our cultural tour in the area around here.
In the end, though, we lost track of time. We haven't even eaten anything yet.
Well, no worries, because we're here and we...
And speaking of eating, as you know, seafood is a big part of both Liyue and Fontaine cuisine, but it's cooked very differently here.
Yes, I imagine
We
so.
simply had to try some local seafood after coming all this way. That's another reason why we decided to extend our trip.
I see, so you would like
Oh,
some
any
seafood.
recommendations? What have you tried so far?
That fish one with the misleading name. Sounds bland, but it's drowning in hot chilies.
Oh, you mean
Blackback, yeah,
perch
blackback
stew?
perch stew.
Right. Name doesn't give much away.
It looked and smelled so appetizing that Lynette took a huge mouthful, blissfully unaware that she was about to set her mouth on fire.
Oh no.
She could barely speak for the rest of the day after that.
Oops.
Luckily, that wasn't a huge adjustment for her.
That was different. We gotta give them food.
What? Aren't you guys hungry too?
Yeah, aren't you guys hungry too? It's only been walking around all day. We will... Here, let us get you some food.
Yes, a little.
It looks like it's like 10 p.m. at night. You guys gotta get something.
Yes, I'm ready to eat. Traveler, I'm afraid we'll have to send you back to the kitchen now.
Yeah, no problem. What would you like?
Good question. I doubt we'll be able to decipher the menu, so
Oh,
why
gosh.
don't you recommend something? You should be pretty familiar with our tastes.
How about whatever your favorite dish is? Alright, let's but thankfully this is Linny, Lynette, and Femine who we've hung out with a lot of the time, so hopefully we can deduce what sorts of stuff they would like to eat. And at the end of the day, they're pretty hungry, so they would probably be happy with whatever we chose. Okay, I'll figure something out.
One more thing. Please, if you have a heart, don't make it spicy.
Got it. Not spicy. We can handle that. Hello. Oops.
I thought the blackback perch stew was actually pretty tasty.
And now that you know it's spicy, you won't be caught off guard, right? Why don't we give it another chance?
Once was more than enough.
Well, if you do eat spicy food enough, you eventually do get some spice tolerance. But I agree. You build your way up to that. You don't just go for it straight again.
Fontaine, huh? No wonder they can't handle too much spice. Still, if we make the food too bland, they might as well be eating back home.
What do you recommend?
There's this crab and shrimp stir-fry I know that could work. It's quite heavily seasoned, but it's a lot milder than it looks.
Okay.
It has a light but really satisfying flavor.
Okay, that sounds good.
Ooh, that sounds perfect! What's it called?
This is where it gets interesting. They call it the Palace Jewels. The crab roe is supposed to look like pearls of gold, and the shrimp meat like chunks of jade.
I see. I also see what Lynette means by the name itself is not very descriptive if you don't actually know the context of what the dish is about. That's a pretty enigmatic name.
Here's the recipe. When you're ready, go ahead and give it a try.
But definitely sounds yummy. Let's go for it. In each challenge of Receiver of Friends from Afar, you must continuously prep, mix, and cook to make the dish the guest wants. After you begin prepping, the indicator and the slider will move back and forth between each end. When the indicator points to the corresponding area, click on the button to mark one instance of success. Okay, just get the dial right, just like the regular cooking. After you begin mixing, hold the button to... Okay, just make sure the dial is right. And then that's the clicking on the button thing. Once the cooking is complete, you can plate and decorate the dish. 3 elements of the dishes can be decorated: the tableware, accessories, and add-ons. Each element has several decorations to choose from. Okay. Got it. Start cooking. Let's do it. Dish description: a fresh dish using shrimp meat, crab roe, salt, and snapdragon. People will say of this dish, crab roe like pearls of gold, shrimp meat like chunks of jade. The mild flavors of this dish make it suited to those who want to taste the essential flavor of seafood. Some have rated this dish as such. What do you get when you put crab on shrimp and add freshness onto freshness? A sumptuous and flavorful dish. The tenderness of the shrimp and the crab flour, glutinous grains. Crab flour's glutinous grains granted freshness, deliciousness, and the perfect mouthfeel. The crab roe shines brighter than gold, and the shrimp glimmers like gems, forming a jewel table fit for a palace. Serve him up. Okay, let's do it. Go, Ether! Look, he's so ready. He's so ready to be cooking this. All right, tap at the right moment to prep. Okay. Okay, start. Okay. Yeah, gotta get them all, don't I? Okay, I have to avoid letting it bounce back as often as I can. Good. All right. I got this. These ones are bigger. Good. There. Here. Okay, prepping complete. Good. Detailed shrimp meat and diced snapdragon. Perfect. They did so good with the animations here. It looks so detailed with Ether cooking. Let's see. Okay, I gotta hit it when it goes around. Oh no, I gotta release when it gets to the spot I want. Mixing complete. Shrimp meat with paste obtained. Look how happy he was. Cooking. Tap of the moment to cook. Okay, just like the first one then. Yay! Look, he's so happy with his work. I'm sure. Oh, that looks so good. Wow. Okay. The vessel. What are the what is the options? The Orioles, red brilliance, the moonlight, red silk, and autumn leaves and dawning. Well, this is okay. We want to give like the seafood sort of atmosphere, right? I like all the settings though. I'll just keep it like it is right now. Finish plating. That looks delicious. Challenge complete. Yes, let's take a look at Ether's beautiful work here and see what our guests think of it.
Sorry for the wait. This dish is called the Palace Jewels. Enjoy.
Enjoy! Oh, see, they got all the little ornaments. It's not as spicy as it looks. Okay, what is it?
Ah, yes. We meant to say, you two must be tired after a long day of work. Do you want to eat with us?
Sure, if you're inviting us, we would love to.
Now that you mention it, Paimon is a little hungry. Well, if you insist, then who are we to refuse?
But we'll still let our guests enjoy the first bite.
Oh, right. Of course. You're still our customers.
Yeah, well, what's up?
Why aren't you eating?
The sauce looks a little overpowering.
Don't worry, it's supposed to be milder than it looks.
According to Liyue custom, it's probably good table manners to let someone else go first.
Generally, yes, and unless they've already invited you to eat first.
Looks delicious, traveler.
There you
I
go.
guess I'll dig in
Thank
first.
you, Lenny.
Here goes.
What is it? Do you need some water?
No. It's delicious. The flavor is so pure. It's
There we
strange in
go.
sauce, but somehow it just enhances the natural flavor of the seafood.
See, not too
Try it for
spicy at all.
yourselves.
Yeah, it looks so good.
Alright.
What is it? It's okay if you can't handle spicy food, by the way. You build up a tolerance to it. You like it?
What is that? Crab roe?
Yeah.
Yep. You have quite the palate, Lynette.
No wonder it pairs so well with the shrimp meat. I've never seen it prepared this way before.
That is awesome. They love
According to
it.
the creator, chewy crab, compliment succulent shrimp, making a spectacular seafood ensemble with a succulent flavor and luscious mouthfeel.
Oh,
The crab
wink.
roe glitters like pearls of gold, and the shrimp shines like chunks of jade. Hence its name, the Palace Jewels.
So that's where the name comes from. Huh. I suppose it's quite fitting then.
Yeah.
Was Paimon always this well spoken?
She just memorized what the recipe said.
This dish must be right up your
But that's
alley,
still
Lynette.
impressive.
Huh?
It's half gone already?
I guess because Lynette is a cat, and cats like seafood a lot. So see, there was nothing to worry about with it being too spicy, because the sauce made the flavor super, super good. And it's okay if you ate a lot, because that is only a compliment to the chef.
I heard that in Liyue. The biggest compliment you can pay to the chef is to leave a clean plate.
Yes, exactly.
It's delicious. Thank you ever so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Wait, don't fight over it! Hey, leave some for Paimon!
Paimon, we'll have to make some more food for ourselves. Why is it
I
going?
think I'm finally getting the hang of chopsticks.
Hey, that's great. Practice makes perfect, huh, Femini?
Yeah. Well, Lenny and Lynette picked it up in no time, but they're naturally dexterous. Unlike me, it's taken me a lot longer, but I'm slowly getting there. Oh, speaking of chopsticks, in one of the shows we've seen here, someone performed a conjuring trick using a bowl and chopsticks. So, if I want to be a good magician's assistant, I need to keep practicing.
Aw, that's so sweet. Yes, that's right. Femini is going to be a great magic assistant for Lenny and Lynette. And that's great if you're able to practice with the chopsticks. Where is Lynette? Oh, Lynette's over there. Hello, Linny.
Lynette's not usually so forthcoming about what she likes. But this time, well, she's expressed it in more ways than one. I guess you've rubbed off on her too.
Oh, that's great to hear.
Or maybe your cooking is simply too delicious to resist. The next time our paths cross in Fontaine, you'll have to fire up your cooking skills for my other siblings as well. How does that sound, oh great master
Oh, we
chef?
would love to. Whenever you're free, just set the date.
Oh yeah? Well then, I'll have to clear my schedule.
Awesome. Yeah, for sure. I can definitely tell she loved it, and that makes me super happy. Look at the view of Dragon's Spine on a clear night like that. Hello.
Calorie surplus detected. Digestion mode engaged.
I've never seen you eat so much.
Yeah. Well, Winnie and I are usually careful about what we eat, because we have to stay in performance shape. That, plus it's generally bad manners to overindulge at the dinner table. But once in a while, it's nice to treat yourself in the company of family.
That's right.
Besides, if I'd waited until my brothers were finished trying to outpolite each other, the food would have gone cold.
Oh, that's awesome. Glad you all loved it. Let's see. How's it going?
So your friends like the dish, huh? Well done. Not bad at all for your first day on the job. There'll be more to come, so keep it up.
Sounds good. Thank you so much for helping us out on our first day. That it seems. Oh, we get to keep the recipe. Awesome, awesome, awesome. How many? So I see. So we get this one. There is four or three more after this, which is good. More friends we get to help out, and we completed all the dailies. We're gonna keep doing the event. Yeah, I like these sorts of events where it's just like, just get to check in on everybody. How's everyone doing? And it works out. Oh yeah, achievements. What have I gotten so far? What have I gotten? Sealies. I got a lot of Sealies, a lot of treasure, and time trials. Wow, I actually really close to finishing this. Okay. What was it? 6 o'clock, I think? Oh, you can see Chanyu Vale and Fontaine in the background back there. Awesome. Talk to Smiley and Chef. Hello, we got some sleep. We're ready to another day.
The boss tells me that both new and returning customers have nothing but good things to say about you.
Awesome. Really glad
I
to hear
have to
that.
admit, I was a little worried about throwing you right into the deep end. But it looks like you've got what it takes to handle the day-to-day here. So it should be
I'm
plain
glad we're
sailing.
able to help. Oh, hello.
Just as long as we don't run into any extremely picky customers with unreasonably specific requests.
Uh-oh. Well, that might be a challenge with the customer I just saw.
The worst are those old scholars who have barely cooked a day in their life, but think reading a stack of books on the topic makes them the expert.
You might
They
wanna.
criticize you for no reason.
You might wanna,
claiming your cooking method isn't faithful to the original.
Hang
Or
on.
that
You,
the flavor profile isn't
just pause for a
authentic
second.
because you used an ingredient that wasn't in their beloved centuries-old version of the recipe.
This is Wang Shuwen. It does have the look and feel of a time-honored establishment.
Hello, Madame Farazan. I know that voice.
Oh, innkeeper! We'll have each of your signature dishes, please, as fast as you can serve them.
She also did the winky.
expensive ones.
Hi.
Farazan! Oops, Madam Farazan. Oh my! Traveler,
Oh, she has.
come
She's doing a
on.
little heart too
What
with her
are you
hands.
doing
You see that?
We could ask you the same thing. Where'd you suddenly get the funds to go sightseeing? And to order the most expensive things on the
Yeah.
menu?
Wait a minute.
I'm not here to sightsee. Exemplary scholars like myself are highly sought after by cruise operators in need of an onboard consultant as they travel the world.
Oh, who's that? Is that Dory and Layla?
Madam Farazan, please,
Hello.
slow down.
All our Sumeru friends. How are you all doing? We've not,
Last night.
we haven't really heard from everybody since the Academia Championship.
If she's really over 100 years old, I don't understand how she keeps going.
She certainly has a lot of energy.
It's all my fault. She's been like this ever since I told her I'd be paying.
Ah, I see. You agreed to pay for all of this.
Yeah, and Dory? Huh. Never would have bet on this combination.
Why don't you all take a seat and catch your breath? We will bring you out some delicious signature dishes.
Temporary chef, huh? Wow. No rest for the wicked. Well, if the chef here is trusting you to run his whole kitchen, then I've got no doubt we're in for some authentic Liyue specialties.
That's right. That's what we're here for.
Something about being an on-board consultant?
Sounds like some kind of
I
project.
got my hands on a new boat from Fontaine a while ago, equipped with cutting-edge navigation technology. If we manage to spread the word, it could have huge business potential.
A little glimmer in her eye. All these little details definitely add to the experience.
Then from Rito to Liyue Harbor. Next, we're planning to go to Dornman Port.
Where's Dornman Port? That's in Mondstadt, right?
Farazan and me were hired
Doesn't
to
Dornman
find
Port in
Jim the
Mondstadt?
compass
But that
center.
area of the map is not,
We
wherever
sat
it is, has
around
not
these
been opened
halls
up yet.
all of last night to put the system through some stress testing.
Where's the Port Ormuz to Rito? Well, okay, I guess it's that part of the map is kind of closed off, so it's probably just a straightforward water path. Otherwise, I was gonna say it's actually quite far between Port Ormuz and Rito, and they probably should have stopped in Liyue Harbor in between there. But I guess I can see it working out. Dornman Port, I'm pretty sure is from Mondstadt, and it's just not on the map yet. But it's another one of those areas they keep mentioning, so I'm curious. Because pretty much Mondstadt is the area that's pretty much the very same as it was since the very first version of the game. So, yeah. That sounds like illegal overtime. Oh yeah, that's true.
Overtime for which they'll both be fairly compensated. They're both here willingly. The contract is crystal clear on that.
Okay, let's say, do they have a contractual obligation? But I guess, yeah, she has everything covered.
Isn't it? No wonder Madame Farazan is going for all the most expensive.
Yeah, it sounds like you're working them quite hard.
It's not every day someone tells you to order whatever you like. Now, first up, we'll have the...
You got it.
Farazan, Madame Farazan, that is. While I am more than happy to treat you both to the most expensive dishes on the menu, we must remember that most expensive does not always mean best.
True.
I've heard that the most expensive dishes in Liyue are usually either seafood-based or take an exceptionally long time to prepare. Now, I don't know about you two, but after so many days at sea, I don't think I can so much as look at another piece of seafood again for at least the foreseeable future.
Fair enough.
That's actually a good point.
Well, there's plenty of non-seafood dishes we could prepare for you.
Not to mention that poor Layla here looks like she's about to faint from hunger.
No, she's probably just tired.
Oh, that's not because of hunger.
Well, maybe we get to see other Layla for a little bit.
Virtuous Madame Farazan could not bear to watch her poor students sit here and waste away. Oh, well, of course I care about my students' well-being, but why do I feel like I'm being tricked?
Well, maybe because you are. But
So, let's not order anything that'll take too long to prepare. Aside from that and seafood, we'll take whatever other expensive dishes you have. Over to you, traveler.
it sounds good. All right, that gives us some guidance. So see, even though they're sort of like just make whatever you want, everybody still has their requirements of what they actually would like, and that's good to help us narrow it down.
Expensive, but no seafood. And nothing that takes too long to cook. That rules out pretty much our entire
Not the
menu.
entire. Too long to cook is subjective. I'm sure they'll be fine if it's a little bit long because they did order expensive.
Dory, is she doing this on purpose?
I'd bet Mora that she is, but the problem is if we bet Mora with her, then.
This isn't Leone Pavilion or Xinhua Kiosk. This is Wangshu Inn. But we don't stock up on rare and exotic ingredients.
Yeah, well,
We
maybe
only get
I
them
have
if
something in my
someone puts in a
inventory
special
if we want to look
reservation.
through that.
Well, if we're stuck with regular ingredients and we're on a time limit, there's only one way to bump up the price. And that's by
Okay.
Cooking a dish that uses the chef's expertise and creativity to the fullest.
Sounds good.
As it happens, I know a recipe for something called trembling strings and rushing reeds. It can be whipped up quickly with what we already have in the kitchen. One plate usually goes for 30,000 mora.
That's a lot of mora.
30,000? But if it's quick to make and isn't fancy, what exactly makes it so special?
Quick doesn't have to mean quick and easy. To perfect
That's
this
true.
dish,
If you're able to
you need
slice it,
expert
like,
knife work and
or do all these
very
preparation things
precise
fast,
control
but
over
with
the
the
heat.
still technical
You
skill,
have to finely
then that's
slice
great.
several different
It's time
types
for
of meat
Iron
into
Chef.
fine
That's right,
threads.
Turtle.
Knead
We
them
are cooking
together
all
into
of these
strips,
yummy
then
dishes for
gently
everybody right now.
Stir fry them in the pan. What you end up with is a whole variety of flavors that come through layer by layer.
Layer
This
by
dish is
layer.
unique in offering a harmonious blend of multiple kinds of meat, all cooked to perfection, while still bursting with their own distinct flavors. Do it right, and you've got a culinary masterpiece in your hands. But if you botch it, it's just a bunch of meat thrown on a plate.
Oh, Paimon gets it now! So this dish gets its value not from the ingredients, but the chef's expertise!
Well, realistically, this sounds like it'd be a bit much for Ether to complete. But Ether can do everything and learn very fast, unrealistically. And that's always been his power, so I'm sure everything will go fine. Do you think I'll be able to pull it off? Of course you will.
Don't worry. I can take care of the kneading and other prep work for you. You just focus on bringing it all together.
Sounds good.
Believe in yourself. You can do this! And if you mess it up, Paimon will still be happy to eat it.
Like I said, no food goes to waste with Paimon around. Cook trembling strings and rushing reeds. Ready! Dish description. A stir-fried dish made from a variety of meats that has layers, even entire floors of flavor. Simple ingredients, unique creativity, and an intricate cooking process make this an unparalleled delicacy fit for any gourmet seeking the very finest of flavors. They say in Liyue that lutes have 5 strings and flutes have 7 apertures, and that this dish is correspondingly made with 5 meats and 7 side dishes. That said, it is doubtful that any chef could make a dish as complicated as the story claims. Alright. Ready! Go, Ether! Doing some prep. Although, it sounds like Smiley and Shell did most of the prep work for us already. Okay. These ones are nice and slow. Yeah, look at him working over there. Okay, this one's fast. That's okay. Oh, whoops. I gotta hold it. Whoops. No! Don't mess up. That was close. Yay! It's not that easy to mess up here, because even if we do end up using one of the points for accidentally messing up, it doesn't really deduct from the score or anything like that. So, that's good. Got this. Oh, see, that disappeared, but it's okay. Yay! We had to use it. He always looks so happy when he finishes the dish. Ooh, I see. I guess, yeah, they just picked the second one. The second options on the set, which is exactly what I was gonna do. So that's great. Look at that. Mmm, so yummy. Please enjoy.
Need to ask, have you two eaten breakfast yet? If not, why don't you join us at the table?
Sure, we would love to. We're always happy. Oh, Paimon. Don't you know the saying? There's no such thing as a free lunch. Or free breakfast in this case.
Come on.
But it's okay, because whatever Dory wants from us, we usually seem to be pretty good at giving it to her.
Worst case scenario, maybe 10,000 won? This dish had better be worth over all night for.
The game audio sounds echoed. Unfortunately, I can't fix that at the moment. I'll try to fix it for the next stream. I tried to before this, but yeah.
Is this foul? Oh, wait. No, the texture is one way true.
Part of it is also because I can't play it with headphones when I'm streaming like this.
And the discerning palate might detect a hint of something smoked, too. Quite marvelous. How is this made?
Hey, I'm glad you like the technique. Yeah, I can't... If I hook up my headphones, the problem is on the iPad. Something that I really want them to add is that you can change the input and output for the microphone. The AirPod microphone is not good, but the problem is I put the AirPods in, it will switch both the output and input to AirPods, and there's no way to separate it. I've looked this up a lot in the past. So, my usual goal is to, sorry, give me a second. My usual goal is just to turn down the game audio on the iPad really low. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, turn the game audio lower so it doesn't echo. But for some reason, this is the lowest it's gonna go right now, and I'm pretty sure it can go quieter. And I need to figure out how to fix that. That's why there's always a tiny bit of echo, but I'm aware there probably might be more. I'm not exactly sure. Anyway, the smokiness is from the ham. That was my addition.
Ham? But I don't see any ham anywhere. Oh.
I know, we made the texture really good.
So you've noticed, yes? Every single script is needed for some defined So I am not an expert or anything, but don't different meats have different cooking times? How does everything in such perfection?
Pure skill and talent.
That's a trade secret.
It's just a matter of practice.
Wow. So this dish really is of a kind. That makes me the whole purpose. By the way, this is a shellfish didn't have a name.
Yes, it is. Something about reeds? Yeah.
Complex layers of flavor, yes? Akin to the harmonies of a musical ensemble. The name, if I'm not mistaken, is the Leo idiom that embeds a vigorous orchestral performance, featuring string and wind instruments playing together. Quite an apt name for this dish. How do you know all that?
Because she's super smart. No, Alhaitham said the same thing. Maybe it's just a... No, Alhaitham said the same thing, so maybe it's just a Haravatat thing.
Wait. How much does this dish cost? Oh, don't worry, not too much. That'll be 30,000 more, please, thank you.
Yeah, and that's what we've been told to charge. You did say most expensive, so...
Come on, traveler.
Okay, you don't have to pay for us.
So, we could split the bill accordingly.
Sure, but only 1/4. I don't want you to pay 1/4 of that, but you gotta pay the other 3/4. 30,000 more surely isn't an outrageous amount for the most magnanimous Lord Sangama Bay. True. Or I'll talk to the boss. We should be able to do a 20% discount. Look, I mean, nothing with Dory ever comes free, so I wonder what she was expecting from us before she heard the price tag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but like,
Alright. I'll just consider that the cost of learning about this dish. Once I'm back in Samara, I'll be sure to find someone to help me recreate the dish. And then I'll make it all back.
there we go. That sounds more like the Dory we know. It's time Dory gets the scammer gets scammed treatment. I mean, it's not like that she was directly a scammer, but she's just a clever businesswoman. I mean, okay, maybe she did scam us that one time with Insino's story quest when we paid exorbitantly high amounts for those survival kits. But most of the time, it's just clever wording, and there's a gray area that she does kind of cross over, not necessarily scamming us. Although, yes, she has scammed us before. So it is a little bit of payback. Like, I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt, but indeed.
I so much better now that I've met some food.
That's good.
Delicious food really does wonders for one's spirits.
I never thought you'd take on such strenuous work.
My advisor says that young people shouldn't stay cooped up in the academia all the time.
That's a good thing.
They
Yeah.
told me that I should take the chance to get out and see the stars and other skies. Maybe I can think of it as my first internship experience.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of. It's a chance for you to do an internship. Get some field work. And that's great, because that really helps out with your academic experience, too. That's awesome. Good for you, Layla. Sorry, Dory.
How should I justify a high price tag for a dish without any fancy ingredients? Maybe start by giving it a fancy sounding name?
By the way, that whole spiel about no seafood and not taking too long to cook, you chose Wongshin in order to try and save money, didn't you?
I should have known you'd say through me. Everyone was exhausted and sick when I made the offer last night, so I figured they probably wouldn't be able to eat all that much today. Well, you saw how that turned out.
Yeah.
I tried placing some limitations on the order to keep costs under control, but you still found a way around my schemes. That's what I get for not thoroughly researching the market beforehand.
Well, it's okay.
Hey, you're not even paying those too much of a salary. Just treat them fairly next time and don't be so stingy.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing with expensive food is just with expensive food, often there's not a very large portion size. So it actually helped out that you came to us and we gave you expensive food that at least had a pretty large portion size. That was enough to actually make you feel full without having to order more. And also, I don't feel that bad because, as you said, you've paid the price basically for learning a lesson, so you can avoid this next time.
Yeah, but that's why Paimon's qualified to talk about this.
Here we go. Hello, Farazan.
Even though I didn't get to try a Death's Temptation or bamboo shoot soup.
We can give you some of those if you want. I have like a bajillion of them in my inventory.
Thank you for making it.
Oh, you're welcome. I never thought you'd take a job away from any ruins.
Well, about that. Even though newfangled contraptions are hardly my cup of tea, Dory's offer was quite enticing.
I know, funding, right?
That every time we stopped at a new harbor, I'd be free to go and pick out some ancient books at the market and bring them back to Sumeru.
That's a good offer.
I couldn't resist an
Yeah.
offer like that. So I offered to join for the lowest possible pay to undercut all my Kusharawara competitors.
Makes sense, no, because, you gotta take the opportunities when they come around, and it wasn't that bad, so, yeah.
We're off to a good start this morning. Keep up the good work. I'm counting on you.
You and Paimon work flat out until closing time, serving countless customers. Great! We are making progress. We got the recipe! Alright. Day 3. Did we spend the whole day on that before? Because it's already past 6. Alright. Wait another day then. You can see the harbor all the way over there. Look how far we've come. We've gone to so many places in Teyvat. We're just getting started. Talk to... Oh, hello. How's it going? So,
Morning. Time to fire up the
Fontaine
stove
friends,
for another day
Sumeru
of customers.
friends,
Thanks again.
I'm guessing Inazuma friends next? With days of experience now learning about the work is becoming second
Great
nature.
work. Well, you're looking more like a head chef every day. Whatever crazy characters come walking through that door, I know you'll be able to handle them.
Crazy characters, you say.
No! Every time you say something like that, you jinx it!
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Hey, that's not true. Anyway, I didn't mean it like that.
Uh-oh. I mean, a good uh-oh.
Bro, I didn't know you were in Liyue too. It's always nice to run into a
We
broad
met like last month, didn't we? Like at your Beetle event? We were also in Liyue back then as well.
Fellow Inazuman abroad, boss.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, we gotta look out for each other when we're this far from home, don't we?
It's
Ayato?
Ayato!
Oh, Bone Checker! What are you doing here?
And we literally met last... Oh, you were talking to Ayato. Wait, you didn't travel here together? You just randomly ran into him here? What are the... No, yeah, what's the odds of that? The odds of you running... The odds of you running into us are actually quite high, but if you were talking to Ayato, then yeah, the odds of you running into him in a different country are actually very, very slim. So indeed, what are the chances?
Say you were gonna knuckle down and earn some more when you got home? How come you're back in Liyue so soon?
Yeah,
That can wait.
that can wait, you say.
Our Ito is available for hire.
Anyway, nice to see you as always, though.
Right now, I got a more urgent situation to attend to. I'm in the mood for some good, spicy food. Oh, and while we're here, we were gonna also see if Grandmaster Hanakado's okay and whatnot.
The look on Shinobu's face seems to say, don't ask. So I won't. How about you, Ayato?
Not too long ago, I heard a rumor that someone was hosting an Onikabuto fighting contest in Liyue. Naturally,
Did
I
you
came
now?
here as soon as I could. But, alas, it was too late.
How unfortunate.
What? You missed it? Aw, man, what a bummer.
Quite the bummer, indeed. Though all is not lost. Since you're here, you'll be able to tell me all about it.
Sure thing, my man. But let's catch up over some food, huh? Where's the chef anyway? Hey, get the chef out here. I got compadres to feed.
I realize even though they've mentioned Ito and Ayato having a lot of interactions together, it's the first time we actually get to see them interact, right? Like the character stories, they you know, the Ayato is like TCG buddy and an Onikabuto buddy, right? But here they actually managed to just meet somewhere, which is cool to see. I'm the chef for today.
Yeah, sure, me too. Wait, what?
Wow, Bullchucker set up that one for us really nicely. Gotta give him some credit for that.
The main chef is another guy. Yeah, we're just taking over for the week.
Good one, compadre. You almost got me there. All right, well, get the chef out here.
Don't worry, we'll get you food if that's what you want. You and Paimon go to the kitchen and fetch Smiley and Shao.
So, may I take your order? If you're entertaining guests, I can recommend the Palace Jewels, a Trembling Strings and Rushing Reeds.
He just wants spicy food.
Boss, don't forget the budget.
Oh yeah, the budget. They're on a budget because they still gotta pay for that tournament that they did.
Down to earth. Down to earth. Oh, well, we do a mean humbly enough. Real hearty dish with a ton of flavor, and we don't skimp on the portion size either. That'd be the best value for your Mora.
Humbly enough, huh? Oh, sounds like my kind of grub. We'll take that. No need for anything fancy. We're all friends here.
That's right.
Excellent choice, Ito. I'm no fan of culinary ostentation either. Sometimes a bro just knows.
That's right. The bro just knows.
A bro just knows. Bros don't suppose, 'cause bros just know.
Is this for real? Oh, whatever. Paimon's leaving you guys to it.
I love the way Ayato just really just humors Ito and how Ito still has not figured out Ayato's identity, and that is super okay because that just makes their friendship even, their bromance even funnier.
Seriously, if
And
I
even
blinked,
more
I would've missed
awesome.
a crimson staff just launched itself at Bloom Pruner and sent it flying.
I'd expect no less of the bona fide Beetle Battle King himself. It sounds like a truly epoch-defining duel.
Yeah, that's right. Nothing gets in the way of these guys having a good time.
The air was getting stifling, so I made some excuses and slipped away. Anyway, thanks for taking the hint earlier. I'll fill you in later.
You can fill us in now if you want. Or I guess you want us to make the food fast. No worries, we got this.
Gotta say, your friend's quite a character. Still, humbly enough isn't that hard to make, so I don't think we'll have any problems with this order.
Yeah.
Why is it called humbly enough anyway? A hearty meat dish is a good start, but in Paimon's experience, one humble dish is never enough.
I said it was hearty, but I never said it contained meat. Don't be fooled by the appearance. It's actually just tofu, made to look and taste like meat.
Ooh, tofu.
Wait, tofu's made of beans, isn't it? Oh, Bullchucker can't eat that.
Oh yeah, he's allergic.
Guess
That's
we
right.
should pick something
We
else
can't.
instead.
That will really just
What's
murder
the
him.
issue? I think I caught the word tofu.
Yeah, we can't add
Wait,
that.
what are you doing? The kitchen is staff members
Well,
only.
I'm sure she has a chef license, so she knows her way around a
I'll
kitchen
let
at
it
least.
slide. Ma'am, could you possibly ask your boss to order something else instead?
No one gets my bro Ayato like I do. I hereby declare that
How about
humbly
we just
enough
take them,
will be
because
an
tofu
everlasting
is the
symbol
meat
of our
substitute. Why don't we
friendship,
just
for
put
my
actual
name
meat
is
in
Arataki Ito.
for Ito?
Hey, where's our food at? Hurry up! I'm almost done recounting the epic adventures of
Be
Crimson
patient.
Staff.
Just give us a second.
As you can see, changing the order may be a little difficult.
I
Oh,
see.
brother, his whole ego is riding on this, huh? Even if we break the news to him, he'd probably rather eat the tofu than eat his word.
Knowing Ito and how he just gulped down that drink at the Iridori festival, I'd believe it. He didn't know there was beans in that drink, but just the fact that he wouldn't even check. We're locked in now. We gotta cook that dish. How about we throw in some appetizers, some free appetizers in? Why don't we just substitute the thing that he's allergic to, since it's not that bad.
Sounds good. I'll make sure he fills up on those. We'll just have to play the rest by ear.
Okay, the appetizers, I see. I don't know. If we still make the dish exactly as is, it's gonna be hard to convince him to eat all the appetizers, and then he's gonna be like, wait, I haven't even tried the main dish yet. He's gonna notice. We just gotta cook it without. Because that's what you would do in an actual kitchen, right? If you find out somebody has a serious food allergy, it's not like you would try to skirt your way around that ingredient, try to hide it in there in a subtle way. You take it out completely because they're allergic to it, right? And having it in the kitchen, even, like, you don't want contamination in the appetizers. Like, seriously, I think we should just take it out. Anyway, a fragrant and nostalgic Leo-style dish. One's number one choice for a hearty tucking in. This dish requires one to craft the colors and aromas of meat from tofu, which demands much of the chef's seasoning skills. Word has it that this dish was designed for those older folks with weakened teeth. Perhaps it is also a chef's duty to ensure that all people could enjoy good food. Just be careful, Ether. Be careful with this. Prep tofu. Okay, we steal the tofu. Alright, if you insist, this is the way we have to do it. Go here, here. The spicy part is gonna be okay. I don't know, typically trying to just distract somebody from a food that contains their allergen. That's just not the ethical thing to do. Oh, shoot, okay. It goes way faster than I think it is, so I'm always just trying to... Okay, got it. There we go. complete. Finish plating. There we go. Looks delicious. Because I could eat it, but I don't think we should serve this to Ito. But you guys do you, I guess.
Food's here.
Oh, so this is humbly enough. You guys don't mess around. Woo! Love me that portion size. Come on, compadre, grab a seat. We're all friends here, so don't hold back. I'm just gonna dig right in.
I would...
Boss, we should respect the local customs. Here in Liyue, it's polite to let the guests eat first.
True. However, you guys are actually our guests, so I'm not sure that custom really applies in this case. Like, we're the kitchen and you're our customers, so you actually are our guests. But if you know what? Shinobu probably knows that, and she's just spinning it in a way that Ito will understand, because Ito will just listen to whatever she says without really thinking too hard about it.
Right. Shinobu, I thought old-timey traditions weren't your style.
Maybe let me dig in first.
Huh? Are you kidding me, compadre? Oh, wait, I get it. The food smells so dang good, now everyone's dying to go first. Well, I guess I only got my own good
Why don't we
days to
just
blame.
substitute
Go
the
on,
tofu
dive
out
in.
for
I'll
something
wait till
else?
last.
This will just make this whole thing easier and more honorable. I thought, and Shinobu and Paimon just go and eat the tofu.
Finally, it's my turn. Woo-hoo! I spy a big chunk of deliciousness with my name on it.
Wait! Don't.
Huh? Wait, what is it now?
You got this, Paimon. I don't know what Paimon's got, and I don't know if I trust her, but okay, go for it.
Okay, here goes. Anyway, so, Paimon forgot to tell you the really cool origin story of this dish.
Okay.
Origin story? Dude, who cares where it came from? We all know where it's going. Am I right?
Gosh, we're trying so hard here. It's not working out.
Well, skipping the origin story is like going traveling without a tour guide.
I know. Everybody else here who dug into the dish is really missing out because we didn't hear the
Paimon
whole
makes
story.
an astute observation. Much as every tea must be appreciated on its own terms, is it not a waste of the chef's goodwill to sample a dish without hearing its tale?
My compadre's goodwill, huh?
Well,
Can't have that going
we
to
all,
waste.
you know, even though we all
Give
ate the
the full story.
tofu,
I'm all ears.
I guess you get to be the one that here gets to enjoy the story.
That's more like it. Let's start with the ingredients. Actually, no. Let's start with the story of Wang Xuan, which starts with the history of Dihua Marsh.
I love how Paimon's talking slow to try to distract. Got it! While Ito's distracted, you Shinobu begins to gobble down the dish.
The tale of Dihua Marsh hits hard. People in the past had it pretty rough. Makes you appreciate what you got. Humbly enough, yeah, that's a good way to think about life.
Darn, there's no segue to tofu from here. How did we get so off topic? Well, good news is there's only a little bit left.
But we're already beyond stuffed. Yeah, Aito, you gotta help us out here.
Oh, compadre, Shinobu, have you been eating this whole time? Save me some dregs, why don't ya?
Sorry.
That's it, I'm done waiting. It's my turn to eat.
Wait, boss, that's made of...
One moment, Ito. I have a small request.
This would
if
just
you
be so
would
much
kind
easier.
as
We
to
just
consider it.
substituted the
I
tofu
left
out.
home in a hurry and was unable to bring any of my family with me. They've all heard so much about you and are huge admirers of the Arataki gang, so they will be devastated to learn that they missed out on this opportunity.
Yeah, distracted from the fact that he's
However,
missing out on an opportunity.
If you were willing to let me bring the remaining portion of Humbly Enough back to them, I'm sure...
Well, this is
it would
really
help
a
to
stretch,
lift their
considering you
spirits.
live in another country and you're trying to transport your leftovers there.
Boss, you gotta do right by your friends. They're pretty big on that in Liyue. Besides, you did eat quite a lot of the grilled fish while we were waiting for the main course. Including mine and Ayato's.
Huh? Oh, those were for you guys? Ah, dang it! I got too carried away telling that story, didn't I? In that case, pass my regards to your fam, bro. El Chefe, can we get the rest of this to go?
I can't believe all of that worked. How did we...
Count Crushmore. Instant kill. I never knew there were so many elite beetle fighters in Liyue.
You didn't really come for the Onikabuto fighting contest, did you?
Can you imagine? That would be tardiness of the most unfashionable variety. No, in truth, this trip is part business, part leisure.
Well, I'm glad you're taking a vacation. So glad to see all of these hardworking figures actually getting themselves a vacation. You deserve it. How the hell you didn't come to Lantern with them?
Every visitor has their own agenda. For some, the festivities are all the more reason to visit. For others, all the more reason to avoid the crowds. In any case, one way or another, I seem to have ended up in the right place at the right time. Now, as for the leftover tofu... Yes, I'm sure Toma will dispose of it as he sees fit.
Dispose of it. He'll be happy you gave him actual real food this time.
I have to get back to the docks as soon as this meal is done.
So why did you really come to Liyue?
Well,
Really for the food?
I can explain. Boss recently found work as a sailor, which allowed him to hitch a ride here.
I see.
After the ship docked, he had some free time to do as he pleases. He's been using that time to hang out with Grandmaster Hanakato.
Okay.
Just because he's here already. No other reason.
You need to do more beetle fighting. Hey, that's okay. You gotta see how it's going since the last tournament, right? But yeah. So nice that all these friends can sort of catch up at this point in time here.
Looks like that's all sorted. All right.
I
Take
cannot
some
believe we
time to
managed to
collect
distract
yourself.
Ito the
The next
entire
big group is
time
coming
to
in.
finish eating the tofu for him. The rest of the day passes without incident. Good for us, good for us. Humbly enough. Let's try really hard to make sure we write down everybody's food allergies next time. I think it just starts at 6 a.m. every time we finish one of these. We get up early for this job. That shows our dedication, but we probably get to stay in the hotel while we're at it as well, which is good, since we're kind of guests here as well. Hello, Munsei.
How time flies. My burns are almost healed now, so I should be ready to take back the kitchen tomorrow.
Great.
You've really gone above and beyond these past few days.
Aw, we're just
Last
happy to
day
help
today.
out.
Here's hoping we get through it without incident.
Why does Paimon feel like you just jinxed us again?
Hey, look, incident is not necessarily a bad thing. The day passes without incident. That's great.
We made it all the way to the evening. It ended up being a pretty smooth day after all. Maybe it's because we've gotten so experienced at running this whole thing.
Yeah.
We've come a long way since our first day on the job, haven't we? Back then, we were struggling to remember who ordered what. But everything's a piece of cake now.
Well, don't get ahead of yourself. The day still isn't over yet.
Yeah, but who would come by this late in the evening? Actually, now that Paimon thinks
hello!
of it, Lenny and his siblings came around about this time the first day, didn't they?
Traveler? Paimon? Fancy seeing you two here.
Hello, Amber, and Eula, Mika.
Cute! Are you here for dinner? Why so late in the day?
Well, they're probably doing reconnaissance stuff.
We just finished an escort mission for a merchant caravan. The original plan was to make do with some rations for this evening and continue our trek north towards Stonegate.
Okay.
But Captain Eula brought up the fact that none of us have eaten Liyue cuisine for quite some time. We thought we might as well swing by the inn and see if we can still order something.
Well, you're just in luck.
Ooh, so this is Eula's treat, huh?
We'd been eating the same rations for the entire trip, so I simply thought it was high time we had ourselves a proper meal. Do you have a problem with that?
Well, welcome to Wangshu Inn. It's not the end of the day yet, so we're still working here. How may we help you?
Good question. What should we get? Wait a sec. Why are you taking our order?
Long story.
The traveler's been filling in for the chef here. You came at just the right time. You'll be the last customers to enjoy her cooking before the original chef takes back the reins.
Wow, really? Good thing Eula suggested we come here. I wouldn't want to miss this.
I'm glad you didn't miss it then.
What shall we get?
Because we're always happy to see our friends from
I'm not
afar,
as
and
familiar
that's
with
what we've been
Liyue
up
cuisine
to.
as I used to be. Mika, Eula, what are you in the mood for?
Anything goes. I'm just looking forward to trying the honorary knight's
I see.
cooking for myself. I'm sure it'll be a great learning opportunity for me.
Whatever your favorite dish is.
Something small, I suppose. We have to hit the road again after we eat.
Okay.
Beyond
Oh,
that,
you're not gonna spend the
anything
night?
goes.
Well, that's okay. You're actually pretty close to home at this point.
Yeesh, this is like getting blood from a stone. Alright, guess it's up to you, Amber. You name it, we'll cook it.
Huh? Then I guess... I don't really mind either. Anything goes.
Oh, you guys are too polite. It's like
I'm sorry. I really can't think of anything off the top of my head. I mean, I could pick from the menu at random, but I'd feel more comfortable leaving the chef to choose.
Oh, one thing. I know I said I don't mind what we have, but no alcohol, please. Neither of them can drink. It's a real pity.
no
I've
worries.
still got some sparkling water here.
Yeah, sparkling juice. There we go. No, you don't have to have something to drink or anything to replace that either. It's fine. What would you recommend? Because they've hit us with the anything you think is good.
This is a chef's worst nightmare. With no idea of your customers' palates, you're left to make a wild
I know,
guess.
especially since when people do ask that,
Still, now that you've worked
they
in the kitchen
probably
for so
still
many
do have
days,
something in
I
mind,
have
but
faith
they
that
just
you'll be able to figure
are.
it out. Go on, show them what you've got.
Let me think. What do they like? What could they be craving? Cook anything goes. I mean, on the one hand, if they do ask for like anything, they probably are satisfied with anything. But if we as a chef want to impress them, we have to guess what they're thinking. And we do know that they have preferences. They just are either feeling adventurous or are not able to articulate it at the time. And that's okay on their part. The only thing is now, we would like to not disappoint them. And how are we going to do that? Anything goes. A simple dish. How do we have a recipe? I thought we're just making anything. A simple dish filled with rich flavors straight from the wok, made from stir-fried ham, bird eggs, rice, and all manner of other ingredients. They say that the myriad recipes for fried rice have resulted in it being fried rice being considered the first choice for those who don't know what to eat at the moment. Of note is the fact that this simple dish is, in truth, quite the comprehensive test of a chef's capabilities. Only skill and will, they say, will get you a dish that brings back the memories of home. I love fried rice. That's a good choice. Good choice, Ether. Glad we're doing this. Alright. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, all the chopping is done. This is such a cute event. I like it. I got this. Mixing. Okay. How does it decide what direction it's gonna go? I mean, that's just part of the puzzle. Is there any rhyme or reason, or just because it is? I think it's just because it is. Step 3, cooking. That is the sound of delicious food being whipped up in a wok right now. So yummy. Fried rice. Oh, that looks so delicious. I love fried rice. Anything goes.
This is delicious. Perfectly seasoned, and even the rice is bursting with flavor.
Oh, that's great.
Nothing
I'm
like
glad
a
you love
piping
it.
hot meal served straight from the stove. I've missed this.
You've put the finest Favonian field rations to shame, and that's no mean feat. So, tell us, traveler, what's this one called?
It's called... Paimon's guessing we can't just call it anything goes, right?
I mean, that's kind of is an apt description.
Explain this dish at all. It's got no name. It's just basic ingredients simply cooked.
Basic ingredients, simply cooked? Really? I could have sworn that you put something fancy in here. Or gave it some kind of chef's magic touch.
It's a dish made with love. From friends to friends from afar. This isn't the finest dish in the world, but it's the one you need right now.
Not the finest dish in the world, but the one they need right now. Okay, you've lost Paimon. What do you mean?
Well, you've been on the road for a long time, and you've been eating only field rations the entire time.
So you mean we only think this is delicious because we're so hungry? There's got to be more to it than that.
There is more to it. We
Perhaps
made it
the
with
fact
love.
that the aroma of freshly cooked hot food is a welcome change from cold, pre-prepared rations.
Oh, kinda like the feeling of waking up to the smell of freshly baked bread in the morning?
Yes, just like that.
Huh, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's almost like we're back at Good Hunter again.
But Good Hunter's in Mondstadt. Why make a point of trying Lyric cuisine if you can't even taste the
It's more just the feeling of
I'm
home.
not talking about the taste. I just meant
Yeah.
the feeling of comfort, you know?
Exactly.
It's like the feeling of coming home.
You're in a safe place. You're being cared for.
Well,
Yeah.
Yanxiao did say we want to make our guests feel right at home.
What makes for a tasty dish is highly subjective. Everyone's got their own preferences. But a chef caters to all comers. Gotta put ourselves in their shoes. And that's a chef's passion for putting smiles on customers' faces. Yay! Very well put.
So in other words, the secret ingredient is passion?
Oh, this song.
Despite
Yes,
how
that's right.
terribly cliched that sounds, I'll admit that it holds true for this meal. Well played. Mark my words. I'll remember this recipe.
Okay,
Awesome,
but you
I
can't
hope you
really
do.
have a recipe without a name, though, right? Have we come up with a name for this dish yet?
Do you have any ideas?
How about right at home?
Ooh, yes, I like that. Because that's what it makes us all feel.
The rations we brought were adapted for my signature moon pies. To come up with something even tastier. I gotta hand it to you. You did a great job.
Oh, thank
Still,
you. That's high praise
please
from
do
you.
drop by and try a few
I'm
stormcrest
very
pies next
appreciative
time
of
you're
that.
in town. I insist.
She's not asking for vengeance against us for outdoing her. That is great improvement. Amber?
Sorry. I zoned out just now. Didn't see you coming.
It's been so long since you first met us in the forest in Mondstadt. Got something on your mind?
Yeah, that food you cooked for us just now, it reminded me of the meals my grandfather used to make for me. I thought I'd
Oh, that's
forgotten how they
great.
tasted, but it all came rushing back.
Your grandfather
He
is
used to
from
make
Leo,
Liyue
right?
dishes all the time.
And it probably definitely
I'd do my
tastes like
outrider
home.
training with him until the evening, then wait patiently at the dinner table. I'd sit there with the smell of delicious food wafting in from the kitchen, waiting for him to finally emerge with the goods. Sometimes we'd have Eula around for dinner, and even though she'd always find something to complain about, I could tell she really enjoyed the food.
Oh, so maybe she remembers too. And maybe that's why she suggested you come here for dinner.
Your words, not mine. Don't ask her about it.
We won't.
She'll only give you another earful.
Sounds good. I love how this entire event has actually just been like a sort of like a test for me to remember all these tiny little details about all these characters. But I do try to do that, you know. You try to really get to know people. And in this game, no different. You really want to get to know what each character is like and what are their motivations. Because then when you meet them again, and you want to cook them a nice hot meal, you know exactly what will make them feel right at home. And yeah, I feel like that's really been kind of the theme here with everybody. Just like remembering all these little details. Little things. Those matter.
Back when I was on the expedition with the Grand Master, I was often put in charge of cooking.
I wonder if we'll meet the Grand
Under
Master
the
when we go to
circumstances,
Natlan.
I could only cook some pretty crude meals. But everyone still enjoyed them a lot. Maybe passion was the secret ingredient then too.
Maybe. Yeah, you were on the road for a long time. Wonder when we will find out more about this expedition and when we'll meet the Grand Master. Because all we know is the Grand Master met with Il Capitano at some point. And Capitano's supposed to be in Natlan, where we're going to be heading next. That's this year, isn't it? Wow, time flies. I wonder when that will come up. You ready to get back on the job? 'Cause
There you are. Thank you for all of your hard work over the past few days.
my pleasure. Assuming I'm still being paid, that is true.
Straight down to brass tacks, are we? Here, take it. I've thrown in a little extra as well. Call it a bonus. Hard work is rewarded here.
Oh, thank you.
Yay! It's like all the tiredness and stress have suddenly melted away.
I'm just lucky you only worked on this job for a few days. At the rate you were progressing, a few more weeks and I think I might be made redundant.
No, we gotta get back on our journey, and I'm sure everybody's happy to have you back. We're just happy we were able to help you out these past few days. I, for one, look forward to enjoying your cooking many more times in the future.
Anytime. Bring some friends with you next time, and I'll show you all what Smiley Yenshao can do when working with both hands intact.
Great! Although, just to be on the safe side, cook carefully in the meantime. You may have just jinxed it again.
Yay, we finished! That's great. So yeah, we got to meet up with all sorts of different friends from everywhere and got to make them all food. So that was a little fun little event, because like I said, it's nice to check in on everybody every now and then, and these sorts of things really help us be able to do that. So yeah, I am glad we did this. Looking forward to what's here to come in 4.5, and yeah. With that, I don't think I have much else to say. I already talked about the new update coming up. So yeah. I think with that, I will see you all in the... Wait, do I have to claim anything from here? I have to claim all the rewards. Claim this. Make sure we get these things. All of the Primo Gems. And... oh, we see the little chibis too. We have Lenny, and then Layla, and Ayato, and Eula. Yay! Alright, I'm so glad we were able to make everyone happy. And yeah, I will see you all in the next episode. Bye, everyone!
Could it be true?